Lewis Hamilton has just rocked the Formula One world once again. And this time, it's not because of a masterful overtake or a stunning pole position. No, this time it's what he said after the checkered flag that has everyone in the paddock talking. In the aftermath of a disastrous weekend for Ferrari at the Japanese Grand Prix, Hamilton didn't hold back. He exposed an internal problem with his SF25 car that's been plaguing his performance since the very first race. And in doing so, he may have just sent the clearest message yet to the Scuderia. If you want to fight at the front, this has to change now. And what makes this revelation even more dramatic is the timing. We're only a few races into the season. Hamilton's still adjusting to life in red. Expectations are sky high. And yet already we're hearing that there's a part of his car that's simply not working as it should. Something underperforming, as he put it. Something on his side of the garage that Ferrari now has to fix. Not next month, not later in the year. Now, because Hamilton isn't here to make up the numbers, he came to Ferrari to win. And right now, that mission is off to a very rocky start. What we're about to break down in this video isn't just a minor technical complaint. It's the clearest sign yet that all is not well under the surface at Ferrari. From Hamilton's revealing post-race comments to the deeper problems that seem to be affecting the SF25's development, we're going to explore exactly what went wrong in Suzuka and what it means for Hamilton, for Ferrari, and for the rest of this already fascinating Formula One season. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Now let's get into exactly what Lewis Hamilton revealed after the Japanese Grand Prix and why it matters so much. After crossing the line in P7 at Suzuka, behind both Mercedes drivers and well off the podium pace, Hamilton was surprisingly candid in his post-race comments. He openly admitted that a specific element of his SF25 has been underperforming since the very first race of the season. And more importantly, it's an issue unique to his side of the garage. He didn't name the part directly, likely due to internal protocols, but it was clear from his tone and his words that this isn't a trivial matter. We're talking about a component or configuration issue significant enough to create a performance gap between him and Charles Leclerc, who once again finished ahead in P4. In Hamilton's own words, "With what I had, that's the best result I could get." Let that sink in. We're talking about a 7-time world champion who knows how to push a car to its limits. And he's telling us flat out that the car just isn't allowing him to deliver more. Now let's break that down a bit further. Through the opening 3 Grand Prix, Hamilton has been behind in both qualifying and race results, with the notable exception of the sprint win in China, which came in very specific circumstances. In full-length Grand Prix conditions, however, there's been a visible gap. At first, some speculated that it was simply a matter of adaptation, that Hamilton was still adjusting to Ferrari's setup, the handling characteristics of the SF25, or even the communication with his new engineering team. But Hamilton's comments make it very clear. This isn't just about driving style. It's a technical limitation, a mechanical or aerodynamic detail that is under-delivering compared to what's on the other side of the garage. And what makes this even more significant is that it's been affecting not just qualifying pace, but race day performance as well. In Suzuka, Hamilton said outright that he didn't have anything else in the car, that he was already extracting the maximum. He also revealed that Ferrari has been forced to run the SF25 higher than they want to, likely as a knock-on effect from the disqualification in Shanghai, where excessive plank wear got him booted from the results. He didn't join Ferrari to play catch-up. He joined with the clear goal of winning races and eventually challenging for an 8th world championship. But right now, the reality is harsh. Ferrari, by Hamilton's own admission, is currently the 4th fastest team on the grid. That's behind McLaren, Mercedes, and of course, Red Bull. And this isn't just about raw pace, it's about development direction. Hamilton pointed out that Ferrari still lacks performance in key areas, particularly in terms of aerodynamic downforce. He estimated that the top teams have 3 or 4 tenths on Ferrari right now. A massive gap in a sport where a single tenth can mean the difference between the front row and the third row. He also mentioned the importance of upgrades, not just for the next race, But over the course of the entire season, he made it clear that the team will need to work relentlessly to close the gap, because if they don't start introducing serious development updates soon, they risk falling even further behind as the rest of the grid continues to evolve. So what does all of this mean moving forward? For Hamilton, it's a critical crossroads. If Ferrari can fix the specific issue on his car and begin delivering upgrades that bring real performance gains, we may start to see the Hamilton we all expected when he made the shock switch to Maranello, fighting at the front, pushing the leaders, and adding yet another chapter to his legendary career. But if not, if the car continues to underdeliver and the team can't close the internal gap between both sides of the garage, then this move, as bold and historic as it was, could turn into one of the most frustrating chapters of Hamilton's time in Formula One. And let's not forget, this kind of transparency, this public criticism, even if it's calmly delivered, is still rare in the world of F1. When a driver of Hamilton's stature speaks this openly about the shortcomings of his car and team, it sends shockwaves through the paddock. It forces the technical staff, the leadership, and the entire organization to reflect, respond, and take action. In other words, this wasn't just a comment, it was a challenge. So now it's over to Ferrari. The ball is in their court. Can they give Hamilton the tools he needs to compete? Can they fix what's been broken and restore the trust of one of the most decorated drivers in the sport's history? Let us know in the comments what you think Ferrari's biggest priority should be right now. Is it the ride height issue, the underperforming component, or the broader development strategy? And if you're enjoying this kind of honest, deep dive analysis of the most dramatic storylines in Formula One, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and activate all notifications. Because Lewis Hamilton's story at Ferrari is only just beginning, and we'll be following every twist and turn. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.